Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and today I'm going to be adding to my big book of journal ideas. I have a playlist on this book, how I made the cover and stuff I've made to go inside. So I will link that below if you want to check that out. And so yeah, let's get to crafting. I had this piece of paper. I don't know what, I guess I used the back to ink. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what DigiKit this is from. It could have come from the Graphics Fairy. I really don't know. I've had it for a while and I'm not sure where it came from, but it's some old letters or something dated, I don't know if you can read that, 18 something 47 maybe. So yeah, I wanted to use this and I have folded it in half, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, well, first of all I'm going to cut the white part off. So let's go ahead and just do that first. Get that over with. Okay, so we have our piece now. So I'm going to cut a shape out of the center. You can use die cuts for this. You can just use scissors, you can tear it, whatever you want to do. But make sure you do it to both sides at the same time so that they're the same. I'm going to use a die cut, probably a round one, and I'm going to cut it out of the middle here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my hole cut out, and then I'm left with these two fun circles, so we'll use those somewhere else. So now I'm going to ink around these. Whoops. Try to get both sides. Okay, and then I'm also going to do a little bit in the center here. On the inside, just to make sure that no white will show. Okay. I used brushed corduroy for this. Okay. So now we got that. So now I'm going to take a piece of vellum and I'm going to make sure it will fit over the circle. Enough space where I can glue it. And I want two pieces. Yeah. So I'm going to take this little die cut. Oof, it's sitting all over my fingers. Of this little teapot, and I made it double-sided, which, okay guys, I have a confession to make. I figured something out, and I don't know, I've never seen anybody do this. I'm sure people out there do it all the time, but this was like an aha moment for me. So I'm going to share it with you in case you have never thought about this. So let's say you want to cut something out of this, right? Here's the paper I used. So I put my paper down put my die cuts on top, ran it through my machine, right? Well, the other side is white. And I was like, I don't want the other side, because I knew it was going to show through. I didn't want the other side to be white. I didn't want to just ink it. I didn't want to just do black. So I was trying to figure out how to flip the image, because you know you can't flip the die, but you can flip the paper. So you put your thing through once this way, then flip your paper, put it through again, and look, you can see you have a mirror image of your die cuts, and then you just glue them together. So you can make them the same on either side or different, you know, sides. Just make sure you're cutting on the right side of your paper. So if you put it through this way, your die cut will come out one direction. If you put it through this way, it'll come out another. I don't know, it was a ta-da moment for me. I'm sure a lot of you out there are like, duh, Stacy. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. So, moving on. So I'm going to take my little teapot and see how it looks. See, that vellum really makes it fade, and then when you got two pieces. Alright, let me get like a regular piece of like packaging, clear packaging. Let's see how this will do. Kind of wrinkly, but I think it'll probably do a little bit better. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Let me cut this. I am going to go ahead and cut this off so that this one side isn't bulkier than the other. Okay. So then we'll put our little teapot in there, and then that can go, you can't see that, there we go, and that can go in the center like that. So then you'll have this fun journal card or whatever you want to make it with a pretty see-through little pocket thing. Now, to keep this in place, that's gonna be kind of a challenge in and of itself. So I don't want to glue it down, because then you'll see the glue. You know what else might be cute is if I go ahead and let it do its thing and put some sequins in there, and it can be like a little shaker card. Let's do that. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick out gold ones here, because I have gold and green, and I don't think the green would look very good. So let's pick out some gold ones, and there's little, I don't know if you can see, but there's little gold specks on this paper that I used. So okay. Alright, so first of all, let me glue one side here. Probably give that a minute to dry. Okay. we're not going to see that. Yeah, okay. And then we can put in our little sequins. I don't know how this is going to work. I obviously didn't plan this part, but we'll see. Just trying to get some on both sides here. So that may little teapot might move around too, but you know, we can move it. It can be interactive. And then we got some little gold things in there. Okay, well let's just do it. We're just gonna do it. Not quite what I had planned, but when is it ever what you plan? Come on, Art. Okay, left the needle out too long. And I probably should actually put like some book page in here to make it a little more sturdy. Maybe. Nah. We'll just go with it. Okay, so then glue around there. And I'll glue along here. Get in between there. Okay. So that's kind of different, I guess. Didn't really plan on all of that. Okay, I know what I did. 'Cause I can't see my sequins. They like all fall to the bottom because I didn't glue inside there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sew around here, so that will keep that closed, and then they can't move around. But that's kind of what it looked like. I've never done a shaker card with a a big piece and then little pieces, so it's kind of neat, I think. All right, let me sew around and then we'll be right back. Okay, so there we go. I've sewed it kind of wonky, and I accidentally caught a sequin in the sewing, but that's okay. So there's our little thing. So now it won't, I mean, we could probably just leave it sit here kind of at the bottom, but you can move it around. Our little sequins in there. So yeah, something kind of different, fun, and it's the same on both sides. So what do we do with this, Stacy? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because I am making this up in my head as we go along, first let me ink. I gotta admit, I've kind of been in a little creative funk lately, so I thought, you know, I'm just gonna turn on the camera and pretend I know what I'm doing, and maybe something will come to me. I mean, I kind of had it planned out that I was gonna do the whole circle thing, but then and things changed, you know, and we did something else, which is totally fine. So we can make this like a flip out, which I think that's what we'll do. Let me get a little place that's a little bit easier to do that on. Here, we'll do it here. And then we'll make it flip out. And this can be written on, or it can just be a pretty decoration. We could make it a pocket and glue these sides down and have a pocket, but then that would defeat the purpose of making sure both sides were the same. But, you know, whatever you wanted to do. So I'm just gonna make it a flip out. And I'm going to use some washi tape. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. I'm going to do something a little different. So let's do this. Put it on the edge here and bring that over here, because this side can always be covered up, right? So I'm just going to make like 3 little hinges, as opposed to normally we do a hinge along, you know, the whole side there, but this time I'm just going to do it this way. There. Then we have a little flip out. We can put stuff behind here. We can write on here if we want to. We could still make it a pocket. We could glue here and make it a top pocket if we wanted to. I wouldn't suggest doing this side. And then, yeah, we'll find a way to cover that up at some point. But there we go, a little shaker card thing that I totally did not have planned, but this is what happened. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't. Follow along with doing more ideas in our journal here. All my social media is listed down below. Well, my link tree is below, and that has links to everything else, so you can find me. And yeah, until the next one, bye-bye.